Oh, hello, it is your boy Gomi, and we are hot off the tails of the end of UFC 285, where the new baddest man in the planet was crowned, and there were some pretty big shakeups. So, first going over the card. I will be honest with you, I missed a lot. I missed the entire early prelims, basically. Unfortunately, life... no, I missed most of the early prelims. Unfortunately, life... was a pain today. But yes, Loic, forgive my pronunciation, but Rod Zahabov wins a decision against Esteban Rebovic. Damon Blackshear lost to Farid Basharat by decision. Jessica Payne lost to Tabitha Ritchie by a very slick armbar. I did at least see the highlights of that. And then finally, I caught majority of the Cameron Simon versus Mana Martinez fight, in which Cameron Simon just kept kicking him in the dick. He just kept kicking him in the dick. But despite that, it was an absolute beatdown, fairly one-sided. I'm pretty sure there was a 10-8 thrown in there, despite the groin strikes. But yep, that was a pretty good showing for Cameron Simon. Just keep them kicks up, buddy. Ian Gary actually had a very good showing from Kenan Song. He did get clipped really bad in the first round, but he was able to make a comeback, and he was able to put on a striking masterclass. He had very good Muay Thai strikes. He was very precise and accurate. He put a clinic on him until he finally got that finish. Now on to the prelims. Julian Marquez lost second round TKO versus Marc-Andre Barlut. Forgive my pronunciation again. Julian Marquez, I did actually pick him as an underdog into this fight, and he had very good combinations, and he striked with a lot of ferocity and also varied in his strikes, but he just couldn't hurt Marc-Andre. He just couldn't hurt him, and then eventually started to gas because he kept throwing shots. And eventually Marc-Andre was able to gas him and was able to seek out that finish. He was really tough, I will say that. Julian Marquez really toughed it out, took a heavy beatdown, a lot of unanswered strikes. Man, how many strikes did he land? Yeah, Marc-Andre landed 127 out of 246. That was a beatdown. Vivian Arulo lost to Amanda Ribas. Amanda Ribas, again, I picked against her, but I thought she was over the hill, but Ribas just took her out. It was just a clinic, honestly. She put a lot of ground and pound, a lot of ground strikes, and she just absolutely outclassed Vivian Arujo, and she won by a decision. Wow, the only fight I got right on the prelims. Wow. Derek Brunson versus Dricus Du Plessis. Dricus Du Plessis got the round 2 knockout, but it was Derek Brunson's corner throwing in the towel right at the end of the round. That was a sloppy fight. Derek Brunson always fights sloppy. Dricus always fights sloppy, but Dricus Du Plessis, he managed to get the finish. Derek Brunson was hurting him. He was hurting Dricus, and he managed to take him down. But Dricus just, same thing. He always gasses in his fights. But despite him gassing, he was able to tough it out. He was able to find that dog in him, and he just kept landing on Brunson. And I feel like this was going to be Brunson's last fight. I'm surprised he didn't announce his retirement, but I feel he's going to eventually soon, because he just wouldn't go down. Despite I've seen Brunson go down from lesser strikes from Israel and also Bobby Knuckles, he just wouldn't go down to Dricus. I could tell he really did not want to get finished. He did everything in his power to stick it out, but Dricus just kept landing. He just kept landing. 84 out of 132 strikes. He was at 63% accuracy. He was 61% accuracy with significant strikes. But still, pretty fun fight. Cody Garbrandt versus Trevin Jones. I'm happy for Cody Garbrandt's comeback, but that was a poor showcasing from it. I won't say poor. It was boring. It was good showcasing. He proved to be leagues above Trevin Jones, but he just coasted that last round. He managed to get a decision in a very uneventful fight. Trevin Jones just would not let his hands go. I feel bad for Saif Saud. He did not have a good night tonight, and he's a really good coach. But man, his fighters did not do so hot tonight. Trevin Jones just didn't throw. He just didn't throw. At the end, he was hurting Garbrandt, but just too little, too late. You can't do that. You have to be going from the start. You have to be willing to go to war. He wasn't. Cody Garbrandt, he got that W. Comeback win for Cody Garbrandt, but I still feel like he gets pieced up by a lot of the top bantamweights, but we'll see. Now we are on the main card. Bo Nickal. All right, I'm gonna pronounce his name right. Some people got mad at me for mispronouncing his name. I went off what I heard him pronounced by Fitzgerald and Laura Sanko on the Contender Series, but I'll admit I was wrong. Bo Nickal ran through Jamie Pickett. We saw it coming. Sacrificial lamb. Nobody really gave Jamie Pickett much stock. I will say that takedown was brought forth by a groin strike that Keith just did not notice. He just didn't care. I don't know why. That's dirty. I don't think it was on purpose by Nickal, but it was pretty damn dirty. It feels kind of bad for Jamie Pickett. He didn't really get a chance because that groin strike took him out. But we saw a grappling clinic by Bo Nickal, and groin strike or not, that grappling clinic was going to come. He was going from submission to transition to wrestling transition. Like, he's a problem. He's a problem. I don't think his striking looked that good. Well, granted, these 6 strikes he's thrown, he only landed half of them. But regardless, Bo Nickal's going to be a problem. Can we just get him? Oh, excuse me. Can we just get him to fight like an actual person now, please? Can we get him to fight like some talent? Like, give him a bottom 15 ranked opponent. Mateusz Gamrot versus Jalin Turner. Not the most exciting fight for Mateusz Gamrot, but he did win by a decision. My boy Gamrot, he struggled with the range, as I stated. And also, I brought this up that a lot of people really neglected. It's a short notice fight. That's why you saw Gamrot did not look as good as he normally does. But Mateusz, he managed to get the win over Jalin Turner. Jalin Turner still impressed me, though. His takedown defense is pretty good. He was very competent on the bottom, getting up a lot, moving to the fence, which is very good as part, posting up with his right arm. And he was cracking Gamrot. He did knock him down twice, but the takedowns are too good by Gamrot. He had too much control, and he was throwing shots at the bottom. I don't know what's up with the Vegas Commission. They were so happy to stand people up. They were standing people up left and right, which is insane, to be honest with you. But I guess that's a new initiative that they're moving towards. Fine by me. Fine by me. As long as they don't do it with great ground and pound artists that are exciting ground and pound artists. As long as they don't do it with that, I'm fine with it. But regardless, Mateusz, hold out the W. Hopefully it gets a little bit more exciting of a fight next time. Next, Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Jeff Neal. That was a damn good fight. A lot of people thought Shavkat was going to run through Neal. He did a bit of clinic on him, but Neal was tough. First time he got finished in UFC. I remember when the fight started, I told all my boys watching the fight with him, I told them, I feel something's going to be different about this fight. This is going to be a good one. And oh, damn it was. Shavkat didn't get to show off any of his wrestling because of Jeff Neal's excellent takedown defense, but Shavkat showed his insane striking. He finally got to show off his chin, which is, I don't know if that's a good thing, to be honest with you. But, man, he showcased. He was able to take shots from hands of steel. That was just insane. His striking was so varied, and he has a finishing mindset that I love to see. Shavkat was allergic to a decision. He was hell-bent, adamant on not seeing the judge's scorecard. He threw shots of intensity. He was very varied. He was diverse in his striking, going from uppercuts, hooks, straight shots, knees to the body, kicks to the body, kicks to the leg. He was just varied all his strikes. Beautiful accuracy, 64% on his total strikes, 63% on his significant strikes. That was a beautiful showing by Shavkat. A great showing by Neal, showcasing how tough he was, but he just didn't have it in him. There was some, I want to say, hesitancy. He was a little bit hesitant, I felt, during the fight, and I feel like that really was what led to Shavkat dominating for a majority like he did. But man, that was still just such a good fight. Shavkat Rakhmonov got the submission, a standing rear naked choke in round 3. That's the fight you want to see. That was amazing. Shavkat continues his perfect 17-0 win record. Who do you want to see next for Shavkat? Who's next for Shavkat Rakhmonov? He said he wants either Colby Covington or a title shot. Stop calling out Colby. Stop. He's not gonna fight. He's gonna beg for a title shot, and he's probably gonna get it, to be honest with you, just because he sells pay-per-views. But stop calling for Colby Covington. I don't know why people keep doing it. He's not fight. I don't know. He should fight Khamzat Chimaev next, I think. I think that's the fight to make. Khamzat Chimaev, whoever wins that fight gets the next title shot. If not, Bilal Muhammad getting a title shot. Let's make it happen. Let's do it. We're ready for it. Valentina Shevchenko versus Alexa Grasso. Huge upset. Nunes finally lost to Pena. Shevchenko finally lost to Grasso. I told you guys. I told you, do not list Grasso as a sacrificial lamb. I told you she had a little bit of a chance. but I still I didn't bet on it. I didn't see it happening. I'm surprised. Grasso, she showcased her boxing, but just there's the thing. Shevchenko, her ground game, her submission defense, that's not it. That's just not it. She was winning the fight, honestly. She was landing more shots at 73% clip, but they weren't as powerful as Grasso's. Grasso did have more power, but she was landing them. But just Shevchenko looked slow. She looked sluggish and she was flat-footed. I don't know why she kept planting her feet and not moving, a la Romero versus Izzy. I don't know why she was doing that. Regardless, what ultimately led to her demise was that awful negative fight IQ spinning heel hook kick, super close range after his coach is telling her to keep it basic. I don't know what she was doing, man. I really don't. That's what led to Grasso. Positive fight IQ, finishing instinct. She saw a momentary mistake by Valentina Shevchenko and she capitalized it, snaked around her back, and got that submission. It wasn't even underneath the chin. It was on the chin, and she still got it. Valentina still chapped. Round 4 submission. Mexico has another champion. There's 3. Yair, Grasso, Moreno. Wow. I'm astonished. Good job. Shout out to Mexico. Y'all eating good and I'm not. Oh man. Can we get some Serbian, some German, or some Polish champions, please? All right. For the main event, Jon Jones versus Ciryl Gane. I was very clear about what I felt about Jon Jones. I'm not happy about his win, but I am a man who eats his words. I'm a man who owns up, who admits when he's wrong. Jon Jones, there's no doubt tonight, Jon Jones is the GOAT. He is the heavyweight champion. He is, I believe, the 7th double champion. He is the baddest man on the planet. He's the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time. I'm not a fan of Jones. I'm not a fan of his antics inside the cage and outside the cage. But I'm a man of my word. I have to give props where props is due. He ran through Ciryl Gane. I'm not going to be the guy to say Ciryl Gane is trash or never that good. Ciryl Gane fought to decision with Nagano. He took out Tai Tuivasa. He took out Derek Lewis. Ciryl Gane's a really good fighter, but not good as Jones. The reason why this cements Jones as the greatest of all time is because he was in contention with GSP and Anderson Silva with Mighty Mouse sneaking around the corner. The reason why he now beats GSP is because GSP had his losses early in his career to Matt Serra and Matt Hughes, and they were pretty bad losses, and they were more so stemming from GSP's not being sure of himself, tapping to strikes and submitting with 1 second left in the round to Matt Hughes. He eventually got fight psychiatrist, never lost again. I believe Matt Serra says that all the time. Jon Jones' problem was he was just always a heavyweight, and he started to look not too great as last wins at heavyweight, but he was still winning. But now he did what GSP did, which was beat Father Time. He beat Father Time. I overestimated Father Time and underestimated Jones, and he made it look easy. He ran through Ciryl Gane. Ciryl Gane had no answers for him. He hit him 7 times, 77% accuracy, but one of those was a groin shot. That was dick kicks. But it didn't matter. Once Jones got him to the ground, he knew exactly how to make him tap. He knew exactly where to go for. That guillotine submitted him 2 minutes. That's the greatest of all time. It does kind of hurt to say that a fighter I hate is the greatest of all time in the sport I love, but them's the breaks. That's life. He earned it. He's the winner. I don't like how Stipe Miocic is next when Sergey Pavlovich, who's on a 5-fight finish streak, 4 of those since Stipe's last fight in which he got knocked out in the second round. Yeah, we're gonna give Stipe Miocic a title shot. I believe Jones runs through Stipe. Simple as that. I know Stipe is the greatest heavyweight of all time in the UFC, but he's getting ran through. Simple as that. I don't think he's gonna have the answers. He's not the guy to take out Jon Jones. I think Sergey's the guy, but even then, I'm not sure anymore about that. I want to see Sergey versus Jones. I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen, but I don't want to count out Blades. I think Blades has some answers for Jones, but he's the greatest of all time. This has been your boy Gomi. not too hot in bets. I thought it was a pretty decent card, but not the best. The main card was pretty decent, but the prelims and early prelims were nothing special. Yeah, this has been your boy Gomi. Bye-bye.